Once upon a time, in lands far to the north, where the winters were long and the summers were short, lived a group of people known as the Vikings. These people came from modern-day Scandinavia, which includes countries like Norway, Denmark, and Sweden. The Vikings were seafaring explorers, warriors, and traders. They are famous for their longships, which were long, narrow boats that could travel great distances. With these ships, the Vikings set out across the vast oceans around the year 800 and continued their adventures for the next 300 years. The Vikings were often seen as fierce warriors. They would sail to places across Europe, attacking coastal towns and villages. People in these areas were often scared when they saw Viking ships approaching because they knew trouble might be coming. The stories about Viking raids spread, and soon the Vikings had a fearsome reputation. But the Vikings were much more than warriors. They were also skilled traders and explorers. They traveled far and wide, reaching places as far as North America and even parts of the Middle East. The Vikings would trade goods such as furs, timber, and precious metals, and they often brought back silk, spices, and jewels from their travels. The Vikings didn't just visit places, they often settled in new lands too. They established colonies in places like Greenland and Iceland. Some Vikings even settled in parts of England, Scotland, and Ireland. What's even more fascinating is their rich mythology and stories about powerful gods like Thor and Odin. The Vikings had their own language and wrote in runes, a special alphabet. Despite their fierce reputation, the Vikings left a huge mark on history.